Good, beautiful morning, everyone. It is about 7:40, 7:45-ish in the morning. Sky was reading 75 degrees. It will warm up fast, though, from here when we get out. It is Monday, August 21st. We're coming to you today from the Westlake Trail here in Everglades National Park, continuing our series we've been working on of Everglades in August. So you guys know what to do. Grab yourselves a tasty treat, beverage of your choice, plenty of bug spray for this one. I've got the yellow flies just surrounding me. And keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside this vlog at all times. Hi, I'm Christina. Welcome to Hammocks to Coasters. I am a Maine native, currently living here in Everglades National Park in Florida. On this channel, I cover everything from theme parks to national parks and everything in between, along with some fun foodie finds, a little bit of homeschooling along the way, and a touch here and there of my talk of my walk with sobriety. So join me as we go around everywhere we can to see what we can discover. To be honest, I use something a little stronger on me, but on Teddy, I still try to go a little bit more gentle. And I find these that I actually can grab right in the camping section at Walmart. I like to have a few packets of these on hand when I just want to do a quick wipe down on him, and it's a little bit more kid friendly. So again, not sponsored. I will repeat that heavily. I'm not sponsored. Just sometimes I like to tell you what works for us, and we do find these work. I don't know really why, but Teddy seemed to think if he wore his Tampa Bay Rays baseball hat, he would be cooler. I'm just going with it. He likes to use his imagination. I'm going with it. I recommend every time, even if it's a trail you've hiked quite a few times, just kind of stop, look over the board. There's none here, but sometimes if there's any trail hazards or any closures or anything, they'll tape up another sign to, this main board. But this is an easy trail, Westlake Trail. And actually this morning we have a little bit of a breeze coming off the water. So Teddy did good to recommend this trail. Sorry, I keep moving the phone because I keep scratching bugs off my hand, and I haven't put my keys in my pocket yet. It is a really, really short boardwalk hike. It's a little less than a half mile. Allow 30 minutes or longer. Sometimes Teddy does a couple loops around the outside boardwalk part that goes by the water. It is considered ADA accessible. We've dropped the helmet already. So you do leave here in the parking lot and you walk out there, and then that little part goes out onto the water actually, and there are two really nice benches out there. There's also over here, I'll show you in the distance, there's a picnic shelter. There's some docks you could fish off from. There are some restrooms, trash and recycling if those are your needs. This is also where one of our canoe trails, we have a lot of canoe/kayak water paddling trails throughout the park. Actually, we have more paddling trails than we have hiking trails. And this is where one of them would leave as well. Are you ready, Teddy? Yeah, we should get walking. Once we get walking out here, the yellow flies won't bother us as much. If you're wondering what a yellow fly is, it is like, well, up in Maine, you have like moose flies and deer flies. You are in first place. And these are even more feisty. Yellow flies, actually, sometimes we're more annoyed with yellow flies than we are mosquitoes. They do just hover and drive you crazy. First trail hazard. You're fine. I was just joking. Look, it's like the mangroves now are having like little berries. That's the fun part about trying to do this series, is to show you guys what is different that you won't see other times a year. I ducked. That's why you wore your helmet, didn't you? For ducking protection. August is in our off season here. You don't normally have as many guests here enjoying it. You also don't have as many staff. We don't have our seasonal staff here. And let me backtrack if you're just finding this video and not a normal follower. We actually live here in Everglades. My husband, Teddy's dad, works utilities here in the park. We live down in the Flamingo district. But he's a permanent employee. He's year round. Seasonal employees, though, typically work in the park like November to May, sometime in that time frame. So during the summer, you may not find as many ranger programs and stuff like that. It is hotter, it is wetter. We have rain here, can happen off and on all day, every day. Water, as you can see, is higher. So some trails that aren't boardwalks, you may want to really be prepared for. Although if you're a paddler, that means you have better waterways to paddle on during the wet season, whereas in the dry season, sometimes some of them get impassable. What is coming? You're boosting? We're playing video games today. Sometimes when we walk, he's in his imaginary video game world, which is super cute. Oh, look, there's like some blossoms. That's neat. We do have really feisty storms that come through here, which is why you're seeing a lot of debris on the boardwalk. But unlike sometimes in Central Florida, where you sometimes kind of joke that you have your afternoon storm.
Why are you here?
Keep walking, baby. Here in South Florida, we can have them any time of day, multiple times a day. If you are vacationing here during the tropical season, as they call it, make sure you have a good weather app with good radar and be very familiar with it frequently. Things can change within seconds, especially here at the tip of the peninsula. And when you have the ocean breezes contributing towards it, weather here is very unstable. As you notice, I'm not really stopping to read the interrupt signs. I've done this hike several times with you guys already. This way, hon. To the left. Okay, see ya. He's used to always going to the right with me, but I don't know why on this one I always go to the left.
No, I don't want to go that way.
We did rock, paper, scissors. I won. And we stopped way too long to do that because now the yellow flies have caught up. That's one of the real... Whoa! Hello! We just scared up. I can't. You were not happy with that, were you? I'm so sorry. He did not like us walking through and talking. Anyway, as I was saying, that's the key to hiking this time of year on these short boardwalks is just don't stop much when the yellow flies are around you. If you walk pretty good, then they won't bother you too much. It is calm this morning. Gonna give you a quick look around. Of course, that's facing to the east. Sun is just coming up. Real calm here this morning, but a nice enough breeze that you could kind of sit here for a few minutes and be comfortable.
Go, ready?
You can see my shadow filming. Now, if you sat out here too long, you'd get kind of hot. But if you wanted to sit for a few minutes, especially if you didn't have a 5-year-old with you, and just kind of sit, meditate, pray, whatever, sip on some coffee or some water, have a sketch pad or a journal. Great big great blue heron over there. I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh, he's gonna fly. It's just a great blue heron, sweetie. He's not gonna get you. With this area being fairly close to where our housing is, my husband's employee housing, we enjoy this trail a lot. We usually see a lot of birds. We've heard owls out here a lot. We go down by the docks a lot and just sit, especially in the nicer months when it's not so hot and buggy. This is probably one of our favorite areas in this district. A stick. Wow. Yes, you may pick it up. Sticks are always fun objects to play with on a hike, huh? It's a wand?
I use a wand on you.
Okay.
You need to walk slow while you use a wand on you.
I need to walk slow while you use a wand on me? Okay.
I know. I will go to the car and try to do it, and you'll wait, and you'll get, and you'll hit wait, and you'll hit your head right into the car.
I'm going to hit my head right into the car? That does not sound very fun.
And hit your nose right into the car.
And hit my nose? I'm not that tall, honey.
I'm not that tall.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to be going into the sun here. I haven't stopped to look over the edge a lot because I've been interacting with Teddy, but it is good to stop and look because this is much deeper than what normally is, so you never know what you might see. If you take time to really you can see it's wet. We had a storm actually come through about 5 o'clock this morning. So that's not just morning dew, that's also that we did have a thunder shower come through this morning already. Now we're coming back where it loops. Did you want to do another loop?
No.
Okay. Do you want to go down on the dock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. It's funny sometimes the mind of a young one. He once met this cool kid here that was speaking in Russian, and they played on this loop. We must have walked with that kid and his mom for a good 4 or 5 loops. So sometimes when Teddy meets someone at a place, he thinks they're always going to be there. So every time we come back since, he's like, I'm going to go play with that other kid. I have a hard time convincing him that when people cross paths, it doesn't mean they're always going to cross paths. That was just a random social interaction. That doesn't mean it's always going to happen. I hear a woodpecker, Teddy. Anyway, I'm not sure. I got distracted a few times, but I was mentioning why I'm not reading all the interp signs is because I have before on previous hikes. But like any of these, there's really, really good educational opportunities. A lot of Teddy and my homeschooling is going to be outdoor-based adventures, out doing things, learning why we are out and about. So stuff like this, I highly recommend, whether you homeschool or whether you just want to supplement what your kids get in their traditional schooling. I think we're getting closer to the woodpecker. Oh, let's see if I can see him. Found it. Oh, there you go. I stopped and looked up briefly and my glasses fogged up. That was cool that I caught a little clip I hit for you guys. And don't get me wrong, it may say according to the thermometer that it's only like 75 degrees this morning. It is humid, it is sticky, you are going to sweat masses. Please drink lots of water. We're up here by the dock, picnic area, bathrooms now. I wanted to show you, like I like to a lot of times when I'm looking at the maps. That's where we live, down in Flamingo. And we are just a little ways away up here at Westlake. All right, let me do a croc check first. Croc check, I don't mean what's on his feet. We are in a habitat that has the American crocodile down here in the Flamingo area. We are the only place in the world where crocodiles and alligators coexist. And this is a place where they are known to hang out. So I always kind of make sure I'm right with him. Take a look out around just to see if there's anything hanging out.
I want a crocodile to eat it.
The crocodile's not going to eat the leaf, sweetie. Looking back at the picnic area and the restrooms. Bless you, honey. Sun's right at a bad angle to really show you much here. But we always like to kind of come down and hang out, but it's going to get really hot really fast. I don't think we're going to linger long this morning, huh, bub? That's the dock we were just on. Really still this morning. I don't think the crocodile wants to eat that leaf, sweetie. It's getting warm, Boo. Are you ready to go home? Yeah. Hope you enjoyed our little stroll here at Westlake this morning before it gets too hot and yucky. Peace and love, gang. Keep adventuring, and hey, what's next? You'll never know where you'll find us next.